Originals, and I'm your host, Talking Out Loud with Jazzy929. And on this show, we go ahead and review the show, The Originals. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. We are into episode 2. In the beginning of this episode, we have Hope with her father. She actually does a spell on her father. I think it was like to go ahead and jump into his mind. She actually seen that he was in this place tearing out hearts, which is very typical of Klaus because that's what he does. We saw that Klaus actually tells her to go ahead and leave. So that's exactly what she does. I don't think Klaus actually wants to see Hope see that side of him. I want to know what y'all think about that. I like the way that Klaus did come back. We see that Klaus does come back, and he actually has a conversation with Farrah, and he speaks to Farrah about what happened. They try to find Haley. He says he'll leave eventually when he finds out what happened to Haley. Because Farrah keeps telling him that, you can't be here, because if you do, you'll bring death or whatnot. We see that Hope and him reunites with each other. I thought that was so sweet. I think that the whole situation that tears them apart is just sad. I want to mention that I did like Hope's PJ said. I thought that was cute. I want to know if anybody else was looking at that and thought that was cute. I see somebody in the episode actually say that they thought her PJs was cute. I thought that was dear. We got Josh and Marcel in a bar. I don't like not Josh. I'm sorry. I don't like Marcel's hair. I want to know if anybody else out there ain't feeling Marcel's hair. I need something else to be done with his hair. I like my Marcel. Basically, Josh and them were telling Marcel that the little boy Henry, with that situation, is so out of control, and it actually happened. And Marcel, they don't think that Marcel's a good leader. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, can actually run the whole city right now because he let that happen. Marcel tries to reassure them that basically it's fine, he got it, and then that's when we see Marcel go ahead and spring into action and go ahead and try to get Henry. He actually does. We see that the lady that is protecting Henry, which is in the wolf pack, actually trusts Josh. So it took Josh to go ahead and go in there and get the boy Henry out of there, and she basically tells Henry, like, this is the only thing, I could actually do for you, But Marcel did promise that, he wouldn't kill Henry, and we see in this episode that he does it. He go ahead and lock Henry up behind the brick wall, and I guess he's going to keep him in prison there for a while. Klaus tells Marcel that the only reason that he's back is to find Haley. Then we got Fitz and Farrah. Farrah speaks about the blood rain. And then she go ahead and tell him to go ahead and meet up with Ivy. We see Fitz and Ivy together. They're doing tarot cards. They read them. Basically, at the end of that, they find out that it's actually Hope that they should be concerned about. Fitz is thinking that he can only... It's like basically Hope is not... She can be changed. So her fate can actually be changed. It don't have to be an evil future for her or a bad future for her. If they're able to change it, then, it can come out for the positive. We see that Hope's little crush is at the window trying to get in and talk to her and whatnot. We see she has to invite him in because we see that he's a vampire. I was trying to figure out in last episode what the deal was about him, but I do see now this episode that he is a vampire. Like I said in last show, I am concerned about this boy. I'm thinking that there's something up with him. For me, to see that he in this episode or in the show so far, he keeps asking all about Hope's family, and now Hope done went ahead and told him her identity, who she actually is, and I think that's what he was looking for anyway. And I think that he actually knew that. We find out that Hope actually sent Henry to go ahead and kidnap her mother. She put her mother in a sleeping spell, and she was supposed to be protected, but somehow Haley went ahead and got kidnapped. Like, she's not there anymore. Someone came and attacked her, and we don't know where Haley is right now. So, what are your thoughts on that? I don't know if y'all noticed. Well, I noticed that all during this episode, Klaus actually had some hearing. He kept hearing voices, and he kept asking Hope, did she hear the voices too? I wonder if she's actually hearing the voices. I don't think it made it clear in the episode if she was actually hearing the voices like her father. Did y'all notice that everything was dying? Oh my goodness. We noticed that in the last episode too, that all the flowers are dying. Now we see snakes coming out of everywhere. At the end of this episode, we actually seen a snake come out of Hope's mouth. I want to know what that actually meant. Could it just mean that death is there at the doorstep? I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are on that. The woman, I want to make it very clear, the woman that I guess, Ivy. Ivy tells, oh, I said that, I'm sorry. I was talking about how Ivy went ahead and, did a reading with Fizz. We see that Fear's girlfriend, that whole situation, Fear basically tells her, like, you know, I can't go with you. She pushes her away. She says her family comes first. So, you know, I don't know what the outcome of that'll be, but for now we see that Fear actually is going to stay and handle her business with her family. And is her girlfriend actually going to go back, or is she going to stay in the city? We see, sorry. We see the heart-to-heart with Hope and her father. I want to know if that actually touched you. I know it did for me. I think that Hope just doesn't understand, you know, her how vicious her dad is, and I don't think Klaus actually wants her to know that part of him, or he doesn't want to ruin her. I think he's scared to actually ruin his daughter, and that's totally understandable. I like the little spell that Hope did on her dad to keep him in. And basically told her dad, like, you know, I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve, Dad. You know, I thought that was cute. What do y'all think about the whole thing with Henry being locked up? You know, I like the way that Hope actually came in and told him to go ahead and see until, you know, his sentence is up. When it's all over and done with, he'll be all right. I also like the way that Hope and Marcel actually had a conversation. I thought that was dear. And it just touches me because if we all think about it, you know, Hope and Marcel is actually brother and sister. And that's what I thought when I saw that, you know, whole moment was, dang, look at the brother and sister having a heart-to-heart. Too dear. I hope Hope is actually able to be changed for the good and not the evil, but, you know, I think that we haven't seen the full potential of what Hope could actually do. And that's scary because if she does go evil on us, you know, I think she'll be able to take down everything, you know, and she's not going to be able to care for anybody, her father or mother or anybody. So we most definitely going to have to wait and see what the outcome of that's going to be. What do y'all think of Henry? As far as, you know what I'm saying, the whole, everything that's happening with Henry, to him killing the lady, to him being captured now, put in prison, and as we see someone goes in and gets a little Henry from where he is, and I want to know, why they did it. They took the brick walls away. We see Henry's face, and I want to know who y'all think actually did this and what the outcome of that'll be. Are they going to be using Henry for something? Oh no. What that was about? That was my thoughts at the moment until we got to the end. You know what I'm saying? So, what did y'all think at that moment? Say not when y'all got to the end, because we actually see that at the end, whoever went and got him actually killed him, and we see that at the end that he was hanging dead, and it looked like his heart, would have been tore out. Do you think that some people say? I've heard Hope actually did it. I've heard that I don't think Marcel actually did this, because simple fact is, why would Marcel do something like this? Do you think it's some more? Could it be the wolves? No, I don't think it's the wolves, but I want to know if y'all think it's the wolves. Me personally don't think it's the wolves. Could it be the vampires? Could it be the witches? Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Who do y'all think actually killed this little boy Henry? And could it have been a little boyfriend Raymond Roman? I'm not sure if it's Raymond or Roman, but the little boy, y'all know who I'm talking about, the little boy that has a crush on Hope. I want to know if y'all think that he actually did it. Could it have been Klaus? And then some people actually brought up it could be Elijah. And that's something I noticed in this episode, that we did not see Elijah at all, which was very shocking. But we seen, or I did, in the next episode, we will have nothing but Elijah, to my understanding, which would be good, because we need to know what's going on with Elijah. I want to know what y'all thought about that whole scene, even though I just brought it up earlier, but I want to most definitely know what y'all feeling was at that moment when y'all see that snake come up out of Hope's mouth. It scared the crap out of me. I will say that. That scene was, to me, for me, it was scary. So I want to know what y'all thought about that. Will Haley be filmed? And if she does be filmed, will she be okay? Who will actually find Haley? That's what I want to know. And are we going to go ahead and see? Are we going to go ahead and see? Oh, sorry. Are we gonna actually see the evil thing come back? That's it. The Hollow. Are we gonna see the Hollow actually come back in this season? What do y'all think? There's some people actually said they thought that Klaus, which I said in the last episode, sorry, that I think that Klaus's dad might show back up. What if we actually see Klaus as the mom too? Since this is the last season, I think anything's on the table. Anything can actually happen, so that'll be a good thing. I want to know what the outcome's going to be. I will say, this episode, when it went off, I was left on the edge of my seat. I'm here and today, and I want to see more. I want to know what's going to happen next episode. I want to know if anybody else out there is actually feeling that way. And this is exactly what I needed. This episode or this season. I needed this since this is going to be the final season, which is so sad for me. And I know there's many people out there that feel the same way that I do. We need this to go out with a bang. I honestly don't want everybody to die, though. I want it to be a happy ending with some kind of sad, but not too much. Don't let too many of the Michelsons die. Don't let too many of our favorite characters die. I just want to see what the outcome of this is going to be. I think, to my understanding, there's only 13 episodes this season. I hope that every episode most definitely leaves us